Hello everyone! Today I'm going to be giving you guys a look into my fish tanks. That's right, I do have more than one now, and I have fish bowls. But if you stick around to the end, I will be showing you the 40-gallon tank that I used to have in my old fish room that I had like some guppies and a betta fish in and stuff. It's at my sister's house now, and last week I went and visited her. And so I will be showing you guys how that tank is doing. And I also, if you stick around to the end, you'll get to see puppies because my little sister also has a litter of puppies and they're so cute. So I also got some video footage of them as well. So let's start with the fish bowl that is upstairs. The rest of my tanks are all downstairs. So here is this little 2-gallon fish bowl. The sun is not shining into it right now. I wish I would have filmed this earlier in the day when the morning sun shines into it. And it does look like a bit of a mess. You can see there's like white, gross stuff in the water. And there are no shrimp in here because when I added shrimp, they died. And I wasn't sure why they were dying. Then I realized the pH in the bowl was too low for them. But I just checked it again today before filming this. And it is now high enough, so I'm not sure why it's higher now. I don't know. I was going to add some baking soda to make the pH rise in there, and then I just never got around to it. But it's high enough now. So I think this gross like film stuff you can see all along here, I think that's just from the shrimp dying in there, and now there's just too much waste in the bowl. But the water doesn't stink. And the parameters are all checking out good. Now, I'm not going to add shrimp with it looking like this. I'm just going to kind of like let it balance out. The floating plants are not doing the greatest, honestly. I'm wondering if they're not getting enough sunlight. They get probably like 2 to 3 hours of sunlight a day. And then the rest of it is just indirect light. So, you know, it's not like dark, but it's not very bright either. And I should see how long this bowl has been set up, but the plants are definitely starting to come in, the crypts. And I have considered adding more plants back here, but I just love what crypts look like when they're all filled in. And so I'm just going to have patience and wait for the crypts to fill in. So I just checked, and tomorrow will mark 7 weeks since I set up this fish bowl. So it's about 7 weeks old. I would say it probably would have been fully cycled by now if I hadn't had deaths in the tank. And I could do a water change, but I'm not in a rush to buy shrimp for it. So I think I'm just going to wait it out and kind of see what happens. But I do love this bowl, just the simplicity of it. And, you know, it looks sort of like a mess right now, but that's just all part of the process. You know, it's been like about 7 weeks since I set it up, so that's pretty typical for a 7-week-old tank. All right, and now for the fish wall. Let's start with this. This is the newest bowl that I just set up. It is my Wallstad bowl, so I have potting soil and a thick layer of fine gravel. There is 3 celestial pearl danios in here. And there is 4 neocaridina shrimp. There is 2 red really, and then 2 blue really. I wasn't able to get any orange really when I went to the fish store, so I may have to grab those later, but the red ones are always easier to spot. Oh, there's another one. One of them is buried. She was buried when I bought her, so I'm excited about that. And then let's see if I can spot any of the blue really shrimp. Oh, here's one. You see it? It doesn't have very many blue markings, so it is kind of hard to spot. There is another one in here with more blue, but I'm just not seeing it right now. It loves the Swasser tang. And the CPDs are settled in better now, and they're more active, they're more friendly, they're not as scared of me. I think they're like so beautiful. I love how they don't make much of a statement. They're just very simple, and they really add to just the simple look of this bowl. Oh, there's all 3 schooling together. They were fed yesterday, and I feed my fish every other day, but they think they need fed again. Right now, all the crypts are melting back, so I know there's plenty of plant matter for them to be eating, for them and the shrimp. honestly. But, and then up here, the rotala is just, it is not staying in the gravel. Gravel is just really hard to plant stem plants in. So some of them have stayed in, but some of them are just floating up to the top. And at this point, it is what it is. I'll probably replant them when I do a water change on this. It is due for a water change here soon. I won't do water changes on it once it's fully stabilized and balanced, but I did set this up like what, a week or two ago? I don't remember. It's pretty new, but it just needs some water changes until the plants are all done melting and they're growing back and they're helping balance it. So moving on to the 10-gallon, not much new here. There is no betta fish in here right now. As you guys know, I did buy a new betta fish after Kai sadly passed away, but I have not added him yet just because there was disease in the tank recently before I bought the new betta. So I decided to just kind of give it a month and make sure that none of the fish in this tank got sick. All 7 green neon tetras are still doing great. I didn't lose any of them, thankfully. They're pretty hardy. These are my 3 mystery snails. I just put out an algae wafer, so the shrimp and the mystery snails are all fighting over it. And yet there's one right here that's untouched. It's so funny. Every time without fail, if I put 2 algae wafers in the tank, they all fight over one and they don't even touch the other one. So kind of hilarious, honestly. Overall, I really love this tank. It's kind of had a setback because I medicated the tank, and the medication, like, it didn't kill plants, but it's not necessarily the greatest for plants. And then I had the heat up so high because I was battling ick, and so this crypt kind of melted back a little, so it doesn't look as big or as beautiful as it did, but it is making a comeback. The dwarf sage is, I don't know, struggling just a little bit, but it does have some new growth right here. The moss is doing fabulous. And then these like dead little root systems are some bucephalandra that I had bought from, what was it, like PetSmart, I think. And I had bought them for a different scape, but I didn't end up using them in that, so I just kind of tucked them in here, and all the leaves melted back, and I'm hoping they grow back. And that would look beautiful, having some bucephalandra growing right there. There was 3. This is, let's see, that's the 3rd one right there. So that will look pretty. And I guess you can't really see the root floaters, but they're not doing the greatest, mostly because I have a lid on the aquarium. I'm debating whether or not I should take the lid off and let the root floaters flourish, or if I should leave the lid on and just not have so much evaporation, because you do get more humidity in the room if you don't have the lids on. So I'm not sure. Overall, I love this aquarium though, and I'm excited to add Arthur, my new betta fish, to the aquarium. And Arthur is over here. Here he is. He's in a quarantine tank, not because I'm worried about him being sick, but because I did not want him to get a disease from the 10-gallon. I just didn't want to take any chances. I spent good money on him, honestly. You know, he wasn't cheap, but then I also had to pay for shipping, so it just makes it kind of expensive. This is one of the first times he hasn't actually swam away from the phone. He's typically scared of the phone, so that's nice. He'll let you guys get a good look at him. For those of you who don't know, Arthur is a giant half-moon Dumbo betta fish. So I had never had a giant half-moon. I had like giant plakat bettas and stuff, but never a giant half-moon. And you can't see very well, but his fins are so long and huge that he's actually, like, he's not active at all because his fins are so big. He's in a 5.5-gallon quarantine tank, and honestly, I wish that I could just set this up permanently for him because I'm worried that he won't be as comfortable in a larger tank. But I don't know if the landlord would be too happy about me asking for another aquarium, so we'll see. I got this terracotta pot from a thrift store actually yesterday, and it broke on the way home, but it actually worked out. So I just added it so he has somewhere to hide, because he doesn't really have much cover in this tank, and I just didn't want him to be too stressed and then him get sick. But wow, look how gorgeous he looks. He's just stunning. He's actually not like hiding from the camera, which is great. I've had a hard time getting any footage like for Instagram reels or anything, because he's like always goes and hides if he sees the camera. He's friendly to me, like he'll come up to me, but as soon as I pull out my phone, he's like, nope, and he just swims off and hides. But yeah, when I had mentioned that I have more than one tank, this is the other tank, and it is not set up permanently. So I'll just have one tank here pretty shortly. I'll probably leave him in here for about a month, and it's been over a week. I don't remember if it's been 2 weeks yet since I brought him home, or since he arrived, I guess. I didn't go buy him. But yeah, he should be in here for probably another couple weeks, maybe a week, because these neons are so healthy and very active. I'm not too worried about him getting sick, but I am worried about him not being as comfortable. You know, the 10-gallon is just so much bigger. There's other fish in there, there's snails, there's shrimp, and he's not super active, so I'm just worried that he won't like it as well. So I've just kind of been leaving him in here. And probably once I take him out of here, I'll probably use this as a quarantine tank for like a couple more CPDs, or maybe a couple of male endlers. I'll quarantine them before adding them to the 4.5-gallon fish bowl. But I won't be adding more fish to the fish bowl until the plants are done melting and probably have some new growth. All right, and now the next slide is going to be my sister's tank, and then after that, her puppies. Here is the 40-gallon tank that sits at my sister's house. She bought it right before we moved, and I'm sure some of you guys remember it. There's a large piece of manzanita wood in, and it looks kind of dark inside. That is because of this. Like, the water lettuce is so overgrown, all the duckweed, and I kept it that way most of the time, and my sister also likes the overgrown look, so I think we have similar taste in how we like our fish tanks to look. There is guppies in here. These are the purple haze guppies that I bought months ago, and I just had an established colony in here. And there is a lot of Bloody Mary shrimp. There's so many babies in here. And there's a couple cory cats in here. Sorry, there's just some glare. It's afternoon. There's a lot of light in here in the living room. But look at all those shrimps. So many shrimp. There's babies. The guppies are looking great. And she has a betta fish in here. His name is Hansel, which, oh, he's right here. He's a friendly guy. He's a veil tail. He's beautiful. His tail is so long. So here he is. Hey, buddy. He's quite handsome, honestly. I love veil tails. They're just so beautiful. And I have like some dwarf sage in here, and some guppy grass, and some jungle val in here as well, which I don't think, yeah, all of this right here is jungle val. I think the dwarf sage is on the other side of the tank. And then all these vines in here is guppy grass. And there's also sword plants and crypts. So over here, and there is crypts. So it's a good deal. I planted mostly plants that do well in low light. There's some pearlweed right here that's growing in nicely, even though it does have fairly low light. And the light is a higher light. That's like my favorite brand of light. I don't buy the expensive lights, so these are really nice lights for the price. But yeah, the tank is looking pretty good. And you want to know what's funny? So I told her she didn't need to do regular water changes, like maybe a few times a year. So she actually hasn't done a water change on it since she got it. But over here, I got here and I realized that this cord was just like put into here, like it wasn't actually hooked onto the sponge filter. And so I hooked it on for her, but it hasn't actually been filtered this whole time. So it's organic potting soil and then sand, a very thick layer of sand back here. It's a thinner layer of sand at the front. you can see all the stratification happening. So this tank hasn't had water changes or really had a filtration system at all. It just had aeration, and it is doing this well, probably because of all of these plants up here and just the plants in the tank. There's not a whole lot of plants in the soil, actually. I mean, there is, but not for the size of tank. I think a lot of it is up here. I think a lot of the filtration is happening up there. But yeah, back here, oh, it looks like some pothos fell in the water, but lots of shrimp. There is some stem plants back here. The rotala is looking kind of sad. It's not getting enough light. And there's a bunch of moss, which the shrimp love, as you can see. So many shrimp. And this is where all the dwarf sage is at. But yeah, this is the first time I've seen it actually since I sold it to her. So today I just loved looking in there and seeing, oh, there's the red pleco. I loved looking in the tank and seeing all the fish and seeing how they were doing. I thought that was very neat. So it's been a treat. Also, she has puppies right now. So I'm going to take you guys outside and show you her puppies. They're so cute. So here's one puppy. He's the friendly, oh, here they are all. No, this isn't all of them. There's more. Where are the other puppies? I think there's like at least 6. They already sold one. This little guy is so friendly though. When I was petting him, he just climbed up onto my lap. They're all being pretty friendly. That red one just cares about food, so he follows his mom everywhere. These two though, oh, she's trying to wean them, and they just follow her everywhere, wanting to nurse. They're getting older. They don't really need to be nursing, but... Hi, puppy. Hi. You just want to chew my fingers off, huh? This little red one is just so beautiful. She reminds me of my dogs. I have red and white border collies. These puppies are half border collie and half Australian shepherd. So if you live in Idaho and you're wanting a little cow dog, get in touch with me and I can give you my sister's number. But they're just so cute. You guys are crazy, huh? I'm crazy. This one's chewing on my pants. Oh, this one wants a belly rub. You want a belly rub? I'm literally being eaten alive by puppies. They can actually bite really hard. Which, I wore sandals here, so even if I had to put my shoes on before coming out, they still would have gotten to my toes. You are fierce. You are fierce. Yes, you are. Oh, her eyes look a little bit irritated. Did you go get into something you weren't supposed to? Probably. Hi, puppy. Hi. Her eyes looked fine when I got here, by the way, so that was recent. You guys are crazy. Where is your other sibling? I know there's at least one more. Maybe 2 more. Where are they? Let's go see if we can find them. This little one is like my favorite though. He's just like, ouch. Okay, he's normally sweet. He's so friendly though. Okay, you guys are crazy. I know you're not hungry. You're fat. You don't need to eat my feet. No. I can't get away from them. You guys are crazy. Yeah. Oh, so cute. So cute. Ouch. Goodness. Be nice. Alright, I found the other puppy. I knew there was at least one more. There they are. I think, is there just 5 puppies, Ginger?
There was 6. Yeah, one of them went home.
Oh, so you have 5 here now.
Yep, I do have 5 now.
So this is all 5 of them. Look how cute they are. Here, puppies. There you are. Come here. Good puppies. Look how cute they are.
Hey, Cinnamon. Come here, baby. Cinnamon.
Is the red one Cinnamon?
Yeah. Come here, baby.
So cute. Yeah, something's up with them. They looked fine, like, what was it, an hour or 2 ago? Maybe she's the naughty one that just gets into stuff.
Oh.
This blue merle is so pretty. Yeah, they bite like hard.
Yeah, they do. They like biting your lips.
So, oh.
We're going to have to put some stuff in your eyes.
So cute. So cute. Puppies are just chaos. Especially when you have this many. You guys are crazy, huh?
Okay, we're gonna take you to see.
You are so cute. So cute.
No ice, baby. No ice, baby. Sugar.